Today's guest was a world-class acrobat. Years on stage, defying gravity for a living. Then one moment changed everything.
I was, during a training, I did acrobatic tricks. From 15 feet, I landed straight and my leg broke the other way.
An acrobat with broken legs isn't just hurt. He is erased.
And I got to the point where I almost died because I got hundreds of pimples on the left lung. And then the doctor came to me and said, if one of them explode, bye-bye. Finish.
When the stage is gone and your body turns against you, all that's left is what you choose to do next.
It's a blessing that I had that because I use my weakness, my illness, my injuries now as a strength.
Because the greatest act isn't the one in the spotlight, it's the one you live after the fall.
I know that my mission is to help in a unique way.
This is the story of Mateo Bolillo. Coffee in hand, ready to go. This is another episode of the Vegas Voices podcast. Today we have what I would call a representation of one of Las Vegas' most iconic things. He has been a performer for Cirque du Soleil for 5 years, probably. That's what we got from our research, but he might tell us otherwise. Our friend, and now he does a lot of other things. But I always wanted to have a person from Cirque du Soleil. Actually, my wife always mentioned, why don't you get people from Cirque? So today we're gonna do that, and we're gonna find out that artistic people have a lot more facets and ways that they go, and I think it's gonna be fascinating. So let me introduce my friend now, Mateo Bolillo.
Yes.
Welcome to the Vegas Voices.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. So it seems like you're a little bit obsessed with movement, right? When and how did that begin?
Well, since I'm little, because first of all, according to my mom, I worked at 7 months. So that's pretty early.
Super early.
Super early. And I scared them. I scared my family a lot of time. Like when I was 1, I was on top of a regular table in the kitchen, and then I just jumped and then land on the table, and then my mom land on the floor, and then my mom was like, "Are you okay?" And then I just smiled and then left running. And I need to move. You know, this is a thing, and it's when also I started at the age of 8 in the art school. You know, I was looking at the other young guys trying to do a front flip, but they were always landing on their butt or on their back, and I was laughing at it, and I'm like, well, let me try on my own. I never tried that, and then I tried, and I landed on my feet.
Well, that's amazing. Now, I'm of the belief of past lifetimes. I don't know if you are. But there's babies that are born like that know exactly where they're going because they probably left that mission on another life, and then they already like learned. Do you feel that there could be something like that you already, like a past lifetime, you were already knowing? Or
I believe, but what I can tell you for a fact is that my grandfather was a gymnast, and he died when I was 8, and I started gymnastics at the age of 8. Okay. So I believe that he passed
the genes,
and gymnastics became my passion, movement, like instantly, pretty much, yeah.
So you were a French champion in floor exercises in gymnastics, right? Tell us that story.
So as I said, you know, I landed on my feet that day, and then I just said to my mom, I want to do gymnastics. Like with passion. I want to do that. And then that leads me to a first a club in Bordeaux, in France. And then everybody saw right away, like, okay, this guy has potential. And then I start to train. And then after you go to train 20 hours a week, 30 hours a week. And then I was super good at floor exercises. And then in 1999, it's a long time already, and 2001, I became French champion on floor exercises. That was kind of for me the biggest reward I could have, because all of the hard work, and then also like my vision. I always wanted to be a champion, but my way as well.
Were you on TV? Was it a big thing at that time?
Well, this time, no.
But the competition, was it a big thing? Was it something televised and all that? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was on TV, and but I tried to ask my parents, where is the videotape of it, and they cannot find it because there is so many. I wish I could have that to show people what I was doing, because I only can explain I was doing this kind of stuff, this routine, and then because people they need visual, So, yeah.
Then, like Arnold, you came to America. Tell us that story. How did that, from that point to coming to America, how did that go?
So, after getting those titles, this is 2001, I was feeling inside of me like I need more than gymnastics. Like, I need more than training in a big facility and then just do a couple of competitions during the year. I need more than that. And then my sister at that time saw that. And then I will always remember for Christmas 2002, she offered me a DVD of Cirque du Soleil, Alegria. And me, I'm 22. I'm like, what is that? What is that? Cirque du Soleil? I have no idea what it was. And she's like, yeah, just open it and then put it. I put the DVD, 5 minutes. It took 5 minutes. I'm like, I want to do that. Like, how, when, where? I want to do that. I want to be on that. I want to be on stage. I want to flip like this. I want to do this. And then what happened is this time I record myself on a cassette,
Wow.
Yes. No YouTube, no DVDs, no, like a cassette. And I sent that to Montreal, at the headquarters of Cirque du Soleil. Mm-hmm. And then 5 months later, they invited me for a casting, for an audition in Berlin, in Germany. So I fly from Bordeaux to Berlin. I did the audition. I succeed during the audition. And then at the end, they said, okay, you are in our database. As soon as we need you, we're going to call you. And me, I'm like, really? That's it? So I have to wait, because it could happen 6 months after. It could happen 10 years after, or it could never happen. But fortunately, it happened a year and a half later. They call me out of nowhere, and they say, hey, Matthew, we have a contract for you in Las Vegas for a new show. I'm like, yes, let's go. And then here I am in September 2004 here in Las Vegas with barely speaking English. But here I am.
So then you were the initial cast for K8, right?
Yeah, I was at the end of the creation, because they were creating the show in Montreal. Mm-hmm. And then they came to Vegas to finish the creation, and they needed more people. And then, that's what they called me to help the team, pretty much. And then the show started in November 2004.
So what do you mean the creation? Were you a performer, and were you also like artistic directing?
No, just because it's a creation. So I was just a performer, but then the artistic direction wanted to finish the show, because it starts from scratch. There is and especially this show, because there is a story which was new for Cirque du Soleil world. And there is a storyline. So I was part of this creation as a performer.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. So what was it like joining? Like, how did you feel? Like a kid in a candy store? Were you destined? What was that like?
It was amazing, because I was waiting for that moment since a year and a half. like dreaming about it, like dreaming that somebody will come at my door and then give me an invitation for Las Vegas for a show. But then I arrive here and I'm like, the first thing that I'm telling to myself is, what am I doing here? Because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what was my role. I didn't know anything. I was just going with the flow. But I'm saying that in a good way. It's not like, I shouldn't be here. No, I'm like, I'm so happy to be here, but like, I'm excited to start. Like, let's do this. And what is amazing with Cirque is you have the opportunity to meet people from all over the world. Like, all different countries. Like, in every show you have at least 10 different nationalities.
No way.
Yeah, it was amazing. So the first 2 months, I had big headaches because I was trying to understand English and I was trying to speak, and it was very difficult. But then once you keep doing it, then it becomes like natural. I like to say to people, and this is kind of true, that I learned English partying in Las Vegas.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
You know.
And then you kept that very sexy accent, man. So.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
So.
Merci beaucoup.
De rien, mon ami. Very good. So, dude, that's amazing. That's amazing. 5 years, right? You stayed in
Yeah, a little bit more than 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Any outstanding memories of that? Any stories? Any celebrities you met? Any crazy things that happened at the time?
A lot.
Okay.
Actually, talking about celebrities, the first celebrity that I met was Tom Cruise.
No way.
Yeah, and it was, like he was watching the show, and then after he went to the training room to meet everybody. Mm-hmm. So I was seeing everybody like running, like kind of a big fans running, and then try to get him an autograph, talk to him. And me, I was a little bit in the back, and I'm like, why? It's Tom Cruise or whatever, And then the more I was approaching him, the more I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, he has big aura.
Yes.
Like, I'm like, wow, okay, this is impressive. I need to do something. So I put my shirt and I say, hey, Tom, can you sign for me? And then he signed, and I'm like, so proud. I still have the shirt. It's still in France. I didn't wash it. It's still there. Boom. It's still there. So there is that. Many celebrities, I went to see the show, came to see the show. I also did like a bet. It's on YouTube actually. And it's, I was, after a training, I was like, hey, maybe I can do that. So I made a bet with some artists there that I could go downstairs on my hands from the 4th floor to the green room, which is a lot of stairs, And then I said, hey, you need to record that. And then somebody recorded it. And then I just did it. That was already something that handstand became a part of me, It started like this, pretty much. So then, I started to be kind of the funny guy in car. And I started to be the funny guy also because some artists proposed me to be one of the backup of one of the true clown.
Okay.
And then in 2008, they promoted me to become this acrobatic clown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the things that I notice about the Cirque shows is that I know there's a storyline, there might be a protagonist or a semi-protagonist, but it's always something that's created in a team.
Yes.
It's like everybody, you feel so much, when it finishes, you feel so much admiration for everybody as a whole.
Yeah, totally.
Tell me more about that part of how it becomes such a cohesion and a beautiful thing.
Well, it's just, it started with yourself first, and then once you get into the character, then you need, for the story, for you, and then for the show, an interaction. And then if you don't have a good interaction, then this is not good for the eyes of the audience. You need to create that. It's like an osmosis between all of the artists. Like there is some cues that are and this is the precision of Cirque du Soleil. You repeat that like certain cues together until it becomes one. Like, let's say, in car, there is the wall that is moving and there is like a 4 or 5 acrobat that does the same trick. And the image is so amazing. And especially when it's done precisely all at the same time. And that's what the precision of Cirque du Soleil it is. It's like precision within movement, but also between each other.
Right. And your life is on the line too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. That's for sure. Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Thank you for giving us all those insights on Cirque and your experience and how it is, right? So now I would like to move on a little bit more to you personally. Mm-hmm. So you invented, I've heard you've invented the Bolly Wheel. Yeah. Tell us about it and how did you come up with your own apparatus and what makes it special?
So I decided to quit Cirque because I wanted to do something on my own. Mm. And people were telling me, "Oh, you're pretty good at this, at that. Do this act. Try to do this thing." And I'm like, "Yes, but no. I need to. It's in me. I need to do something unique. I need to do something special that I'm the only one doing." And then I decided to create this device. Actually, it's my second creation. The first one, it's actually also on YouTube. Maybe we can put some videos of it. Mm-hmm. It's imagine like a circular parallel bars, like big, very big, like this, and then below there's a round trampoline, and then I'm jumping from the bars to the trampoline like this, and I created this act, and I was pretty successful in Europe, but the only thing, it was taking too much space. So some producers were like, "Matthew, we love your act, but we don't know where to put it backstage. We don't know." So I'm like, okay. So I decided to put these 2 bars. I take out the trampoline and I put these 2 bars lower, like much, much, much lower. And then I'm like, okay, so those 2 bars are like this. How I'm going to connect them? Oh, I'm just going to add a circle. And how I'm going to connect the circle with those 2 bars as well, with 2 parallel bars as well. And that's how the Bolly Wheel became a reality. Simple as that. Then I've started to play with it and I'm like, oh, there is so much possibilities. I got something here. So I started creating a different character, different act, and then being pretty successful, been traveling all over the world with it, pretty much.
And it's your own thing.
Yes.
Like you said.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm proud of that because I didn't need anybody to help me. I got some people helping me, but in the end, I decide, and it's, what is nice, it's my vision. You like it or not, it's okay. It's my vision in the end.
And that's very important, right? Free spirits, just keep going. Just keep going.
Yeah.
So you won the 2006 US Aerial Championship for innovation. What do you think separates a good act from a transformative?
I think there is two things, 3 actually. The first one, it's actually the circus apparatus, because we've seen so many classic things that having something new separate you from the normality of an act of circus. The second thing is the skills that you can do on it, but most importantly, it's your character, your presence. You can have the best tricks in the world, but if you have 0 presence, you're never gonna be successful, or the producers are looking for that, because the producer pays you to please the audience, and if the audience they are not moved by your presence, by your aura, by your character, then it's a no-go, So you have to combine those 3 to be different than other acts.
Presence, aura, and the actual act.
And skills.
And skills.
Yes.
That's how That's pretty good. That's a big takeaway from this. Presence, aura, and skills.
Yeah.
I guess it applies to any profession. It definitely does.
Yeah. I think, plus creativity also. I always been a very creative person, but you can also be creative on any job, to make the difference. Pretty much.
Absolutely, man. So let's go through some challenges you had in your life. I heard you had a leg injury, you had chicken pox. It completely changed everything.
Yeah.
What got you through those dark seasons? I'd like to hear it from you.
So first, I broke my leg when I was in car.
Okay.
And in an act called Pillars, they removed it because it was too dangerous.
Gosh.
Obviously. It was, imagine like trees, cut it in half, and all of that in the stage, and then we were like doing parkour on it.
I think I got to see that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was from the audience, it doesn't look dangerous, but from the artist point of view, it's the diameter. It's nothing. So we were doing backflips on it, and then I was during a training. I did acrobatic tricks, but I landed too close to the pillars. I landed before, so from 15 feet I landed straight, and my leg broke the other way.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Horrible. The pain was horrible. But what was more horrible after was, okay, now I broke my leg. What's next? I'm an acrobat. I need my legs to move, to do my job and everything. So that was pretty devastating. So I got one day I was in the training room doing my rehab, and then one day I got this revelation that, okay, if I cannot use my legs, then I'm just going to use my hands. Just like this, like a click. And then since then, this is when I started to practice handstand more and more. I was doing it already before, but now it became very focused on it. Not necessarily to make an act, but like to do handstand everywhere, walking downstairs, like I did also already in the theater, always on my hands, always. So I used this injury as kind of a new revelation of myself, And then the chicken pox. So when I left,
so were you able to rehab completely and come back to the show, or was that part of what you were left?
It took me 6 months.
Okay.
To recover.
Mm-hmm.
And I came back in the show 6 months later. I was able to do pretty much everything, but as soon as I was doing an acrobatic tricks, I was like, it was different. Mm-hmm. It was not like totally 100% sure of how I'm going to land and everything, but I handled it pretty good, let's say. I'm still here.
Yeah, you're here. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So then what happened in the chicken pox? Tell us about that.
Yeah.
It's a big thing for you.
Oh my goodness. I quit car in January 2010, come back to France, and then 2 weeks later, I contracted chickenpox. So you have to know that chickenpox, it's when you have it as an adult, it can be fatal. Like 10% out of 1,000 die.
Right. It's a rare disease. It's very rare these days. It's supposed to be eradicated, right?
It's supposed to be for kids, like to build your immune system. When you are a little child, you're supposed to have the chickenpox. So, like as I said, it builds your immune system, and you're good to go. But me, I didn't know that I didn't have chickenpox when I was a kid, and then I just got it. I don't know how. I don't know how. So I got this, and then first when the doctor told me that, I was laughing. I was like, chickenpox, and he said, no, you're not gonna laugh at all. So and then the next 6 months, my day was like pretty much trying to sleep. I wake up, having a coffee, going back to sleep. for 6 months. All the pimples were starting to go everywhere. It was, but not only that, it was like I got any disease, illness like coming to me. I was so weak, and I got to the point where I almost died because I got those pimples inside my lungs. One day I woke up and I was feeling that there was like a knife inside my lungs. I couldn't breathe. So I went into the emergency room, and then they did X-rays. They did MRI, everything. And then the doctor came to me and said, "Oh, we need to do a scan now because you have hundreds of pimples on the left lung. We need to take action now because if one of them explode, bye-bye. Finish." Say that in front of my mom and in front of my sister, crying. And I'm like, in the middle of that, I'm like, are you serious? What's going on? Guys, I'm here still, you know? So then everything went fine. I took these antibiotics that kills everything except me. And after it went fine, but I lost everything. For example, my dad, when my dad saw that I didn't have any pimples anymore, for him, he was like, "Okay, you're good to go. Now go back to train. You need to train." And I'm like, "Dad, I don't feel ready to train. Please." And he's like, No, just go and give it a try." I'm like, "Okay." So I went back to the gym, and then I was warming up, and then suddenly I tried to do a handstand. But I didn't feel my body like anything. So I land, instead of rolling or going on the side, I land on my back, like a beginner, like boom, on my back. And I'm like, wow, that means that I have to start all over again. And I did, because I had no choice. Yeah, that chickenpox, it took me pretty much a year to recover, and then another year to go back in a regular shape. So I was like, welcome back home. Huh? Amazing, you know? Yeah, that's what it takes, you know?
So you've talked about adversity as a gift. How did illness and injury shape your purpose, your current purpose?
Well, now I want to say that now it's a blessing that I had that, because it's because of that I am the person I am today, you know? I want to say I use my weakness, my illness, my injuries now as a strength. And this is what I'm transmitting now to my people, to my clients, in a holistic way. You know, that's why I became a holistic fitness coach. It's not only about physical and mental, but it's also about the whole aspect of a holistic of the holistic aspect of a person. And that's what shaped me pretty much, you know, like always seeing things positively. Something happened, okay, so take the best out of it, you know. Everything happened for a reason. All of these things that I didn't believe before was like, oh no, this is true, this is happening. So in the end, you have the choice, you know, like no matter what happened to you, the only thing that you can control is how you react to events, to things, to people. You can only decide on your own. That's the only thing you can control. The rest is you cannot control. You cannot control people. You cannot control what the universe, I call it the universe, put on your way. Maybe it's for a lesson. Maybe it's for a reason. Maybe you're not supposed to go that way. Maybe, you know, it kind of give me a spiritual aspect of life, you know.
Life has a funny way of putting you and sending you to where you need. You just have to listen.
Yeah.
I think you just have to listen and take the lessons.
Exactly.
I all have different things. I have
Yes.
my own challenges.
Yeah.
So wow, this is amazing. I think people are gonna get a lot out of it. So how did you start the coaching? Tell me about that. Now you're saying you're coaching private clients.
Yeah.
And then you do holistic handstands.
Yeah.
Put in twists that have been very much from your challenges.
Yeah.
And tell me about that and how it makes it different from other fitness coaches.
Well, it's because I added this holistic twist to it. I coach fitness and handstand for pretty much 10 years. And it's when I came back here in 2018 that I was coaching some people on handstand that I discovered there is more than just the technical aspect, the strength and everything. Like, there is more than that. That happened when one of my client, she was, before hiring me, she was trying for a year to hold the handstand. She couldn't hold it. And then she explained that to me, and I'm like, okay, so let's work on that, And then she started to show me how she does the handstand, and it was pretty good. And I'm like, I didn't understand why she couldn't hold it. And then it wasn't physical, because she has the perfect technique, she had the perfect alignment, her muscle was like engaged, everything was ready to go to hold it. So I decided to add a twist. And then I said, okay, now I'm going to hold you during the handstand and I'm going to tell you something. You're just going to have to trust me. She's like, okay, I have nothing to lose. I'm like, yes, exactly. So then I told her while she was on handstand, I asked her to look at her feet. What it does, when you look at your feet, when you do a handstand, it's locking your body. So from trying for a year to holding a handstand, like non-succeeding at it, to this position and holding it for almost 30 seconds, she was asking for help to come down. She was like, I cannot go down. I can't go down. I can't. And I'm like, well, okay, I got something here. Like, there's something. And then.
So that's a secret sauce? That's one of
because
it's so freaking counterintuitive. I'd be like, just by visualizing, I'm freaking out. Like, my God, I'm going to fall. Like,
but no,
okay.
That's the thing. I mean, you have to be against the wall or somebody has to hold you if you're not familiar with handstand. But when at some point she came down and then she jumped into my arms crying and she was like, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm like, okay, you're welcome. I was like, I didn't expect that. Then since then, I'm like, okay, I need to scan people while they are practicing handstand. It's kind of a, show me how you do a handstand. I'm going to tell you who you are.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How do you get started on handstands? You just got me super curious. How to, like, let's say you train me right outside the podcast room. What would be the first steps and things that you would? Well,
the first thing I do, it's I assess you, like are you able to do the essential things, the basics, not of handstand, but like simple position as holding a plank for 20 seconds, being aligned, just that. But then once I started to screen you, I also identify your fears. But those fears that you have on handstand, and here's the thing, the fears that you have on handstand are the fears you have in your life.
Yes, profound.
And people can think that it's guru, I'm like, no, because ask all of my clients, they'll be like, yeah, this is exactly that. Some people, they don't want to go there, so I'm like, okay, it's fine. But if you want to progress on your handstand and in your life, you need to listen to me. You need to listen. So by screening, I identify 3 fears. And those 3 fears are, the first step, it's the fear from standing to handstanding. From being on your feet to being on your hands. Equal fear to take action in life. The second one, it's when you are on handstand and you hold in it, people panic. People are scared to hold it. But you are succeeding because you're holding it. So fear to hold the handstand equal fear to succeed in life. That exists a lot. And the last one, people imagine when they're doing it, they are scared to fall. Equal fear to fail in life. So that's it. Pretty much. There's other fears, of course, but that's the three I really identify that are working. Like if you work on those fears on the handstand, you can apply it to your life.
So do you see your clients having major breakthroughs in life after they do this technique?
Big time.
Tell me a story. Tell me one good story. Apart from this girl was fantastic,
yeah,
but I'd like to know another one.
No, I have a client that is in New York.
Okay.
Very busy, and at first he just wanted to learn handstand. Mm-hmm. But then I started to introduce those principles of fears, and he didn't wanna hear them, pretty much. But then every training I was putting a little twist. Okay, try that way, try this version, try like this. He was on Zoom, actually. I wasn't present, so
that's what I was gonna ask. You said he was in New York, so.
Yeah, he was, I do a lot of Zoom, like from all over,
Wow.
And then he actually, at some point, that's also another secret, it's to let it go. Like he was pushing it too much, like trying to go against my principle and then say, no, this is only the technique. I feel it that way. I feel it that way. I feel it that way. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to let you, think about it, because you cannot hide only with the, physical preparation and then the technique. You have to have something else, and you have to identify your fears, and then you have to work on it and let it go. So then at some point you're like, okay, all right, let's try this. And this is when he started to hold it and like a pro. And he was like even holding a handstand and talking to me while he was doing the handstand. It's like, okay, so Matthew, do you like this? You want my legs like this now? I'm like, yeah. That's a win now, But he didn't even realize it. And I'm like, okay, this is great. This is the best accomplishment. And then he applies that also into his coaching, because he's a coach. He's a Pilates coach, Pilates trainer. And then he also tried to apply this into his practice. And then he got even more clients.
How long does it take from somebody that starts from zero to be able to do a full handstand?
I always say it depends.
Okay.
It depends on you, actually. It depends on your physical level. First, of course, like I want to say, if you are obese, no judgment at all, but you can start, but you're going to have first to take care of your nutrition and all of that. But if you are somebody that never tried handstand, I want to say consistency is key as well, maybe 3 months.
No way.
Yeah.
So you're telling me if I
with
would
me,
with you with a training, that's amazing. That would be a miracle.
But wait, that's not the thing.
Okay.
The other thing is, I always compare with walking, with standing up. Once you know how to hold a handstand, how to do a handstand, you want more. It's like the first time you are on your feet, you're standing up as a baby, and then what you do, you walk, you jump. It's the same on your hands. It is the same exact principle. Just the example to walk on your hands. We don't realize that because it's part of us. But when you walk on your feet, you are standing up. Your knees are locked. You don't force. everything is locked, and then you put your body in a unbalanced position. And what's happening is your legs catch the balance. This is how we start to walk on your feet. And it's the same on your hands. Once you know how to hold a handstand and you're not scared of it, then you put your feet unbalanced. You put them in front, or it can be in the back or on the side, because you can walk 360. You can do whatever you want at some point. And then your hands catch the balance. This is how the mechanic of it works. But you just have to reverse the situation.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's like breaking barriers with the body, and the body just wants to do it more.
Yeah. Yeah. If you make your body used to do a handstand every day, just a little bit, then you'll see that your body's gonna want more. Kind of a drug, but a healthy one.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Very good, man. This is so insightful. I hope more people take advantage of this, right? And give you a call or something. Later on, I guess, in the street, we're just going to start just seeing people in Vegas.
I would love
standing, like walking on a handstand.
I would love that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Man. Okay. So we always have a round of rapid fire questions. So I'm going to start with that.
Okay.
What is harder to master, stillness or strength?
Stillness.
Why is that?
I mean, it's easier to gain strength than to stay still. Because strength, it's coming from outside. I mean, inside as well, but more outside. You see the result outside. And to stay still, it has to come from inside only. Keep calm and handstand.
Okay. Favorite Cirque du Soleil act of vault?
Oh, there's many. The first one that comes into my mind, and they're actually a friend of mine, it's the one that was at the show Mister, the Alexis brother, the hand-to-hand. They are icons and heroes for me, those two guys. Yeah, starting doing this act at the age of 9, and then since then they never stop.
Oh, they're still doing it to this day?
Not in Mister, but then I'm sure they're doing some special events all around the world, and they are in their 50s.
Wow.
Yeah. They're amazingly in shape and like super pro and amazing persons. Yeah.
Okay. Your go-to song to train to?
So because I practice handstand a lot, I don't want something too boom, 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 I like dubstep music, French DJs, okay. Essentially, I like Darius, that's a French DJ, and then Ron. Those two are amazing, inspirational, motivational music and sound that resonate to me.
Definitely gotta check them out.
Yeah.
One movement practice everybody should practice daily. I guess.
Handstand. Yes.
All right.
Or inversion, just headstand, something that put your butt up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, I hang upside down almost every day, so I love it. I love inversion. You just reminding me.
Yeah.
Awesome. Bolly Wheel. 3 words to describe it.
Unusual, unique, balance.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you couldn't move, what would you do instead?
Oh God. If I couldn't move,
that's a tough one.
I would say I will try to use my brain as much as possible to create something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, let's keep going. We have a few more questions for you. So you're not just teaching one-on-one, you're scaling this. What is the vision behind your coming website, bollybalance.com?
Yeah, bollybalance.com was my website, but now I'm revamping it because I'm the vision of all of that. It's it's with one word. It's time. Always, people. One of the first reasons that people don't want to do handstand or even work out, it's I don't have time. So I'm creating some courses, some programs around time, like simple things that you can do every day. It would take just 5 minutes.
That resonated a lot with me when you were talking about it earlier, and we'd love if you consider us to be a beta of it. So whenever you want to have test subjects, we're around. We can.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Cool beans. You've launched ebooks, challenges, and workshops. Who are these for, and how do they change people?
I always say it's for the people that are curious about handstand, because the book that I wrote, it's called Unleashing the Handstand in You, and he has all of that story, like going deeper, and there is also the 7 steps of how to do a handstand. You know, I want to say it's for everyone that is curious about handstand movement, and then wants just to improve their life and change their life as well.
Amazing. So you've gone from athlete to artist to mentor. What legacy do you hope to leave behind?
Oh, that I want to say I don't decide of that. The people will decide. What I can tell you is I want to leave an impact on the approach of movement and fitness and handstand. More about handstand, because I saw that how it changed my life, and I see that how it changed the lives of some people that I train, and I would love that for everybody. You know, I know that my mission is to help. I'm just want to help in a unique way, in a fun way. It's fun to do handstand, you know?
Yeah, that's amazing. One simple thing that can change the world. It can be a mega trend. So
exactly.
I've already heard a little bit about it, but I know that it's something that can have virality. It can go massive. It can do a lot of stuff. And then, on that legacy question, I heard you just recently had a child, and you called him Matthew. Mateo in Spanish, so it's Mateo in Spanish.
Oh my God.
Tell me a little bit about that. How's that changed your life? How's being a parent?
This is a thing, like people will tell me, oh, you're going to have a child, so you're going to be tired, then you're going to be, you're not going to be able to do your thing, you're not going to be able to conquer your dreams, like to go to your goals. And no, it's the complete opposite. He gives me wings, like completely. Like as soon as I wake up and as soon as I wake up at 6 a.m., I see him and I'm like, wow, I'm going to conquer the world for him. I'm just going to go. And he's not to brag, he's already super strong.
Wow.
Yeah.
The genes are coming, Amber, coming in?
Yes.
That's awesome. So, what advice would you give someone for recovering from injury or starting over?
Just to not be too rude with yourself. What happened. What's happening to you, it's already happening. So the only thing that you can do is to embrace it and make the best out of it. In many ways. There is always a way to get out of this illness, get out of this injury, and completely recover and even become a better version of yourself. So, it's to keep going, to not be too rude with yourself, and then to just believe that if something happened, it's for a reason.
Absolutely. And finally, what keeps you moving, dreaming, and balancing even on hard days?
It's multiple things. First, one of my dream is to for people all over the world to have this device that I invented. And it's going to be available soon. It's called the Bolly Fit.
Okay.
So this is a mini version of the Bolly Wheel, but for fitness, not for circus. It's for fitness. I developed this for the last 10 years, and now it's getting ready. So it makes me want to keep going. I feel, as I told you earlier, that I have a mission, and it's to help people. I just want to help people in a unique way, not in a conventional way, and that's what I want, and that's what keeps me going, even if some days are harder than others. But you just got to keep moving.
Welcome to life.
Exactly.
My friend, how can people find out more about you, your mission in life, reach out, give us your data?
Essentially on Instagram, because the website is not ready yet. Mateo Bolillo. I also have another page on Instagram about my performances, and this one is Bolillo Mathieu.
Okay.
And pretty much that's it. If people want to reach out to me, they can contact me through there, and then I can also, start a conversation and then see what's the goal, and then how can I help, and then my ebook and my book on Amazon as well, Unleashing the Handstand in You. Everything is in there.
Fantastic. Matthew, thank you for being a Vegas voice. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much.